So when we talk about playing arpeggios on the guitar, we're talking about simply playing the notes of a particular chord, meaning the root, the third, the fifth, and if it's a seventh or a ninth chord, then we would add those extensions. Now, the great thing about arpeggios is that they have a very musical sound baked in because all of the notes come from a chord, unlike scales, which sometimes can get a little overly complex. Today, I want to show you 4 very simple arpeggio shapes and how to very quickly get started making music with them. Let's get into it. So the arpeggio I want to show you today is for C major 7 chord, and we can play it right down here, starting on the 3rd fret of the A string with the notes C, and then E, and then G, and then B. This is the 1st, 3rd, 5th, and 7th notes of the C major scale. That's where these interval numbers come from, and these are the notes that make up a C major 7 chord. Now, we're going to go over 4 different positions we can play this arpeggio. And what we're going to do is this little pattern. We're going to start on the B and then go up the arpeggio. So those are our 4 little spots we're going to play this. We're going to start down here on the 2nd fret of the A string, playing B, followed by C, E, G, and then ending on B again. Then right here is where the next position starts, and we're going to start on this B and then go up to C, jump up a string to E, then G, and end on B again. So then we jump up to this position on the 7th fret of the low E string. We're going to play B, followed by C, E, G, and then ending on B again. And then from here, we start our 4th position with B, C, E, G, and B. So what we're going to do now is play these over an A minor vamp. Playing a C major 7 over an A minor gives us the sound of an A minor 9 chord. But without getting too deep into the theory, let's hear what it sounds like. Here's these 4 shapes played over an A minor vamp. So now what we can do is tie these arpeggio shapes together with the A minor pentatonic scale, this scale, which is the notes A, C, D, E, and G. And we can play this scale all over the fretboard. For instance, we could play it right here, which ties together perfectly with this arpeggio shape. And what I like to do, which is fairly common, is to play up the arpeggio and then come down the scale, like this. And we can do this in all 4 of our positions. So now let's hear what this combination of arpeggio and pentatonic scale sounds like against the A minor vamp backing track. So the fun really begins when we start applying this to a chord progression. Now with these minor chords, to find the major 7 arpeggio that fits over top, all we have to do is find the minor third of the chord. So in the case of A minor, the minor third is C, so we play a C major 7 arpeggio. And on guitar, it's pretty easy to find this because all we have to do is find the root of our chord and then go 1, 2, 3 frets up, and there's our minor third. So in the case of like D minor, if we wanted to play the major 7 chord that fits over this, we would just go 1, 2, 3 notes up from D, and we get an F major 7. And that works beautifully over a D minor 7 chord. If we wanted to do it over an E minor 7, we would go 1, 2, 3 frets up, and we would play a G major 7. So now I've got a backing track that's basically just a minor blues, right? The chords go from A minor up to D minor, back to A minor, then to E minor, D minor, and then ends on A minor. It's a 12-bar form. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these different major 7 arpeggios over these different minor chords, so you can hear what it sounds like when this comes together. And I'm going to be very deliberate with using the different major 7 arpeggios over each chord. So you'll hear the arpeggio, and then I'll tie it together with some bluesy stuff out of the A minor pentatonic scale. Alright, so as always, the backing tracks and the tabs for this lesson and all my other lessons on YouTube are available over on my Patreon site. The link is down in the description, and that's a great way to support me and this channel. Until next time, happy practicing and take care.